Is Aikido useless? Everyone that watched the Floyd Mayweather fight against Conor McGregor knows that MMA fighting is useless against a boxer. I wonder what would have happened if the fight had taken place in the octagon. Would Floyd still have won? This question leads us into the realm of rules. What are the rules of boxing? What are the rules of MMA fighting? What are the rules of street fighting? And let's take a huge step forward. What are the rules of the universe? I guess what I'm trying to get at here is that there are rules. Rules for everything. How to punch, where to punch, when to punch. Rules, strategies. What's the difference? Did Floyd win because he strategically placed the fight within a set of rules that he had mastered? Or is boxing actually more effective than MMA fighting? We can debate that subject forever, but the fact remains the same. MMA fighting was useless against boxing that night. Aikido is also based on rules and strategies. These rules and strategies are very different than boxing and MMA fighting. They're different than karate and judo. I'll never forget the day I was in a judo match with a judoka. He threw me. I instinctively used my Aikido techniques, his energy and his power, and I threw him as I fell. I lost the match because my back hit the ground before his back did. I was so disappointed in the rules that I never did judo again. And that's because of my training. I had felt like I had won the match. The conversation about which art is effective will never end. There's actually a thread on aikiweb.com that was started on October 17th, 2000 by Joey Sola. It reads, Aikido does not work at all in a fight. I have competed in both boxing and wrestling, and I am now training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I have watched many no-holds-barred competitions, like the UFC, and it's clear to me that Aikido and its techniques and its way of training do not prepare anyone to actually fight. I know that Aikido practitioners talk a lot about concepts like spirituality, harmony, etc., but I also hear people talk about how it is a practical means of self-defense. Aikido does not have practical striking techniques or any real mat work at all. I would like to know how Aikido can be used as a self-defense if you cannot grapple or strike. This thread is still active. It's been active for 19 years. I actually wrote a few posts recently to add and fuel the argument even more. I've actually used Aikido for self-defense several times in my life. So was Aikido useless to me? There was this one time, I had been taking Aikido for almost a year, and one night I was in a parking lot. Those 5 guys were messing with people, and in my drunken state, I stood up to them. One of the guys decided to punch me in the face. He connected and I snapped back and decided to fight all 5 of them. 2 of them rushed me, one with a punch to the face. I went straight in and turned right through both of them. They crashed and fell to the ground. The 3rd guy, I karate kicked him right in the gut, picked him up off his feet, and he fell to the ground. The 4th guy, which was the first guy, got up, thought he could knock me out with a right hook. I blended in with his punch and threw him to the ground. The last guy just stood there. He was a pretty big guy, looked like a football player, and in that split second, it was all about ego. I looked at him and decided I was going to go one-on-one with this guy and show him who's boss. Can you see where this went? My ego took over. I totally forgot about the other 4 guys that I threw to the ground. And as I walked up to this big guy, out of nowhere, someone grabbed me from behind and pulled me down to the ground. By the way, did I mention that I wore glasses that night and they flew off my face when the first guy punched me? Down on the ground, 3 of the guys took turns kicking me, or actually trying to kick me. Somehow I had blocked and deflected every single kick. I heard someone yell, "Police!" and the 5 guys just ran away. I got up like nothing had happened, and the only scar I had was a small scratch to my lower lip where the second guy went to punch me and his nail caught my lip. Was Aikido useless that night? Where did I go wrong? Why did I lose that fight against those 5 guys? I spent years thinking about it, and I continue to train every day, working on my technique, trying to get stronger, and trying to close up any openings I might have. I've always been a firm believer of the fact that we are not created by the art, but that we create the art. Aikido for me is the most effective art because I make it effective, not because of the art itself. I personally love Aikido. I love its philosophy, so I choose to continue to learn and build on it. If the art truly is useless, then I choose to make it useful. I take full responsibility for its effectiveness or ineffectiveness. It's an outlook. If I would have chosen to study karate or judo or MMA or boxing, I'd have the same outlook. I would look to make it an effective art. Don't compare arts. Don't say one art is better than the other. Instead, choose to say that you will make your art effective. Don't compete against others. Instead, grow, build, and perfect what you are doing. Make sure that you are better today than you were yesterday. If you get in the ring with an opponent, use that experience to better yourself, win or lose. Walk away a better fighter, a better person. Is Aikido useless? That's your choice to make if and only if you are the one learning Aikido. Is Aikido better than karate or judo? Are apples better than oranges? Or are hamburgers better than hot dogs? Not sure about you, but I don't eat either hamburgers or hot dogs. And some days I'll eat apples for dessert, and some days I'll eat oranges. If you're interested in learning Aikido, please come out and try a class. Visit my website for more information. And remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to hear about how your experiences in the martial arts have affected your life. Visit my website, www.shinkikan.com, for more information about my school.